Okay, I'm back. Like what I was saying in part two about Eddie Guerrero, he was just over heel. He cheated, he lied his way into winning matches or cheating to make his team win, whether he was with the Los Guerreros or he just attacked people and had that viciousness to him that made people not really like him that much as a heel, but still he was over as a heel. Some people liked him as a heel, and like I said, this man was way better as a heel than he was a face, and he would sort of play that through his whole wrestling career, as he would be a heel and then a face, a heel, a face, and then it would sort of go like that until his death. And that's one of the reasons why he's one of the most the top one. He's one of my top. He's in my top 10 heels of all time, and Kurt Angle as well. Yeah, like who I was talking about, Kurt Angle. Now moving over to number four is a guy who really was over as a heel, and he was better as a heel than he was a face. As many people didn't buy him as a face, and that's really the person I'm really talking. The person I'm talking about is Ric Flair. This guy just he just he was oozing of cockiness, and he had an edgy side to him, and he was talking about how better he was than everybody and stuff like that in his promos. He would attack people, and then he would have the four horsemen do his dirty work for him, as he would never fight his battles. When it would come to try to fight whoever he was going up against, he would have the four horsemen back him up or attack that person, and he would get his licks in. And then he would cut promos that as a heel, as he would cut heel promos as well that just made the fans just go ape shit and want to go after him. And he would always talk about how he's the he's the jet flying limo riding son of a gun and this and that, and how he would take everybody in the audience's girl and take her to Space Mountain and do all sorts of things to her. Just that just made him even more hated, and that's one of the reasons why I got him at number four. As many people just hated him. They wanted to see him when he was WCW champion at the time. They wanted to see him lose the belt, as they just did not like Ric Flair at all when he was a heel, mainly on the stuff that I just said. And that's one of the reasons why I got him at number four. Is he's better as a heel than he really is as a face. As if you saw, like, when he wrestled Shawn Michaels, many people didn't really buy him as this sympathy face. They really bought him more over as a heel, as they were cheering him more than Ric Flair. But they were still cheering Ric Flair because he's a legend. But still, Shawn Michaels was cheered a little bit more than Ric Flair, as many people just really didn't buy Ric Flair as a face, and that's one of the reasons why he's just better as a heel than he is a face, and one of the reasons why he's on my top 10 heels list. Number three is Triple H. Now, really, this guy just when he was heel, he just did a lot of evil, vicious things, sort of like Ric Flair did. He would attack people from behind. He would do things that just made you want to hate him even more. I remember when he turned on DX, when he pedigreed X-Pac, and he just was healed. And then, of course, he cut that heel promo the night after WrestleMania. When he did that, just made people hate him even more as a heel, and it just got him even more over as a heel. And that just set the tone of him being on top and getting pushed as a heel. And then I remember when he was the Greenwich Snob as a heel. Many people just didn't really like him, but it was his run as the Game when he was Triple H, when he was attacking people with sledgehammers, betraying best friends, and having people do his dirty work and manipulating people. Like when that storyline when he had with Eugene, where he manipulated Eugene into thinking that he was his friend and stuff like that. It just made you hate him even more. And then him being on top all the time as a heel just made you just hate the guy even more. It made him even more over as a heel. It made people come to the events just to see him get his ass kicked or to see him lose some of his matches, even though he didn't really lose some of his matches. That's just one of the reasons why I feel he's one of my top 10 heels of all time. Although it was a bad idea putting him over Ted DiBiase, I still think Triple H is one of the best heels of all time, even though I'm not really a Triple H fan. Moving over to number two, I got The Rock, as The Rock was one of the most hated wrestlers at the time when he was a heel. Simply the fact that he was telling people that he was the greatest intercontinental champion of all time, and that they booed him and they're gonna have to see more of him and this and that. And then when he was Hollywood Rock, people, he was good as Hollywood Rock as well, telling people that they turned his back on him and that they don't need to see him wrestle and then stuff like that. It just made him a really good heel, as many people just liked him more as a heel than a face, as he would cut heel promos. He would talk about wrestlers. He would attack people from behind, and he was just always saying how good and how better he was when he cut all those heel promos. And that's one of the reasons why I got him in my top 10, as he was just a very good heel, as he just did a lot of things to generate heel heat, and that just showed how good of a heel he was than he was a face. But that's just me, as I just prefer him more as a heel than a face. Then finally, number one, Hulk Hogan. This guy was a real good heel when he was in WCW around 1996. When he turned heel, he would cut heel promos. He would attack people from behind, manipulate people, say how better he was and how he was the one that transcended the wrestling business and made the wrestling business what it is, and just telling people how better and how great he was. And it just made it just, people just ate it up, as they just really wanted to get their hands on him. And as you could see in some of the old WCW days around 96, 97, people would throw sodas at him and stuff like that, as people just did not like him when he turned heel, because of the stuff that he was saying and the stuff that he was doing and him manipulating people and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons why he's at number one, as he was just really over as a heel, and many people wanted to see him get his ass kicked and get his in the end, even though most of the time he didn't. But still, many people just came to the events to see Hulk Hogan get his in the ring by one of the top superstars in WCW, as this guy just said and did a lot of things that just made people just want to get their hands on him and just destroy him pretty much, as he went from the red and yellow to just the black and the white colors, as many people just didn't like that, and that just got him even more over as a heel. And that's one of the reasons why I got Hulk Hogan as number one. Really, I wanted to put Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase as number one or number two or number three, but hey, this is just my list. I just put whoever I put on this list, as I just put whoever I put on this list as I felt these guys were just more strong heels as they were as the other guys on here. So yeah, that's just how I put everything on my list. Anyhow, that's just my list of my top 10 heels in wrestling, requested by tuber4life101, as he wanted me to do a video request on that. Hopefully I did. Hopefully I explained everything well in this video, and I talked well in this video. And like I said, you can rate, you can comment, you can give me a video response if you like. And for some of you who are just tuning into my videos for the first time, feel free to subscribe, because I got a lot of good videos on the way. Like I said, I got a video where I got a video coming up where I'm going to be talking about why young wrestlers need to show the wrestling promotions that they should be pushed or be on top like the veterans. And then I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow, possibly talking about my top 10 faces in wrestling, like wrestlers who are real good at faces, who are real good faces. And then of course I got other videos and other video requests. And then of course I got my Q&A, which is coming up soon, which is the 25th and 26th. So please send me your questions, as I'll explain everything as best I can, and I'll mention your name in the video. Also doing video requests as well. Send me video requests of videos you want me to talk about or videos you want me to do, and I'll do it, and I'll explain everything in my videos as best I can, like I tried to in this video, or I did in this video. And until then, thank you for watching, and remember to rate, remember to comment, and until then, thank you for watching. And I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow or whenever I upload another video. Till then, Fitness65 out. Peace.